Alright, once again we return to streaming this. And our quest to make the Omnia Tea Falls quite cool, or at least way better than they were, which was, well, kind of crappy before. But now we're working up to just slightly better. I'm gonna have to get used to the volume of the music on that being different than the volume of the music on my headphones, which is just strange to me. You would think that the same volume would be, similar for both, but it turns out what you're hearing and what I'm hearing are not identical in the slightest. Quick work on this. I decided to go back in here and make a couple changes from last time. I don't know if anyone saw the previous stream. To be fair, I'm not sure I'm going to make it public or not, so if you haven't, that could easily be why. One of the things we were planning on doing today was adding depth here for the rocks, that it looks a little higher up, honestly. Yeah, I kind of want it to be a bit more sticking out like this, which then probably means this needs to be slightly different. Probably a bit under there. The overall plan is to make it look like it's kind of a cliff in a way. Those are at 3, so this is like 4, I guess. Are all these at 3? I'm gonna start moving all those up to like that, so I get a better system here. So it gives me 1 additional rock because it only goes down to -5. I do kind of want a little cliff face going on there. Like I really want it to look like it's quite high up. But we got to go with the optics of that. I could do this, right? We're doing that. Make that look like a little stair there, I guess. As this YouTube music just kicks off at random times. Don't even worry about it. Fine. Little tiny rocks are just not going to get the job done, are they? Huh. Oh, YouTube library, you are in fact kind of scuffed. To be honest, very good. Oh, today we're listening to the finest royalty-free music YouTube has to offer. Some fates are worse than death, and I'm pretty certain the YouTube free library is one of those fates. Maybe not, though. Maybe death is somehow, No, it's clearly the YouTube library is just worse than everything. Nah, it's just pretty. I mean, it's $0. I really can't complain too much. I mean, I suppose I could, but kind of just complaining into the void on that one. Not sure that's worth the time. Let's do this here. Actually, for this, I can probably make it where... Do I need to put it underneath? Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I need a rock on top of this, otherwise it'll look like it'll just break if you were to step on it. Physics means nothing here. Haha, success. I don't really want the crystals in the way of them walking. I think that's the only thing I need to worry about. One of the biggest problems is that pretty little backgrounds tend to have probably not a lot of space to walk, in all honesty. Which just doesn't work out so hot. I mean, I want people to be visually impressed, but I also want them to, I don't know, be able to play a game too. Like, just maybe. I suppose I'm making a game here. Not just an art piece. I can't probably just make it an art piece. Who am I kidding? do enjoy doing art, it is true. Probably more than I should. Seeing as how it really doesn't pay any money. Not the most valuable skill in the world, but it's fun. I guess not everything has to make money. Probably. Kind of nice if it does, though. I really just don't like the placement of that. I like a little crappy bridge there. I'm pretty dedicated to the plan of the mushrooms to get across. That seems much neater to me. Huh. That's not going to work as I want it to. Let's do this instead. Quick transform. A few more at weird angles. Don't really want that one squished. I kind of want a mystical feel, so I need a bunch of random mushrooms and things too. Just in weird places, so the place looks kind of overgrown. No, I can say where it is. I'll walk over the mushroom. I don't really like that rock right there. I don't really like this rock here either. I think I'll put crystals there to act as a barrier so players don't question why they can walk over there and not somewhere else. Why they can't walk there, I should say. A little randomness in life there. Just don't run too quickly because, you know, you'll get impaled. Probably. Crystals are huge because these are trees. It's mighty crystal. Made of the finest tea Omnia has to offer. Oh yes, the finest tea in the land. Oh. Apparently these are both on the same thing. Let's see. We're trying to really give this a lot of depth. So when I do this, it'll look like the player has a long way to fall. Yeah. If they are foolish enough to jump off. Maybe not too long way to fall. They're gonna have to go down, so there's an optical distance they're gonna be able to go, which isn't that incredibly far. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove pieces of this, but this time in this and not Krita, so I can, well, not have to keep doing it every time I make a change. Not gonna lie, I really don't want to keep making the changes every time. Actually, let's use that blue. We're using blue because I'm not using blue anywhere else, so it will cause it to be easily selectable as a color, kind of like a green screen where I can just edit out the one color. And the tea fields are conveniently not blue. There are many colors, but they are not blue. That gives me kind of an advantage on these ones. A lot of the places in Omnia are really colorful and it makes it a lot harder, but this, no. I've actually been tempted to make certain that a certain color is not in any map, so this way I can always, just, I have one color I can always turn to that's just not, it's a safe color that I can just know that I can erase that one color and it'll work fine. We'll see if I do that. It wouldn't be that hard to plan, I suppose. Just recolor the things that are the wrong color, and then I can just select the one color. Perfect. I said this tool, but I kind of hate this tool. Alright, this tool looks weird. No, does it? A little bit. Nah, I don't like that tool. Do this. Oh, wrong tool. This will be where all the gears are that stick through the map. Nice. That should look pretty good. Gotta make it look broken, but like people are trying to hide that it's broken. They're just doing a really bad job of it. It is, after all, a map that's, well, an area that's supposed to represent denial, so it needs to be pretty obvious to the player that something is being denied. What, is being denied, that'll be its own thing. But that there's something going wrong and being hidden from them, it should be pretty apparent to the player, just at any time. Well, okay, maybe not in the very literal first scene, but in short order. I don't really want to have a lot of fluff events. I want it to be mostly important events, so I'll be moving the story along at probably a pretty solid pace, in all honesty. I just can't see any world where I want filler. I guess the filler would be the actual game you play? I mean, the filler for the story, anyway. But hopefully that's fun enough that they would consider it as, well, filler. If they do, then I'm pretty certain I've done it wrong. How anyone could consider that fast-paced gameplay filler will be, I don't even know. Sure, why not? I'm sure there's someone out there. Be interesting to see. Actually, this can just go behind there because the tree is not a texture, it's a graphic. And until you put a graphic in the background in Incarnate, you can't draw over it. So there's definitely that advantage. I'm gonna have to redo the gears on the map, but that's okay. I think it'll be pretty worth it. I could do a big section of gears right here, not even like a little section, just a nice big broken section. And I'll put some electricity running through the background too or something. I don't know. The whole gears sticking through the map was something that I came up with pretty late last night. One of those 5 a.m. inspirations or something like that. So I didn't really put too much thought into it, but I think I can. I think I can make it work. Make it really cool. I mean, I've already got a working version of it, but I think I'm just gonna. Let's do. I've got a working version of it. It's just it could be better. It was pretty thrown together at the last moment last night, or I guess it was early morning. I guess it was 6 a.m. when I finally finished the test stream. Really kind of a weirdo when it comes to what times I'm up. I just am up until the sun rises. Once the sun rises, like some sort of weird RPG Maker vampire, I just go to yeah. My best ideas come at 3 a.m. And some of my worst ideas too. Let's not forget about those. Like when I decided that the home map needs to have 2 different stories to the house and a weird cutaway in order to make it work. Yeah, I don't really know why I'm doing that. And then a whole family of NPCs. Yeah, you know, that might not make it to the final game. That's a lot of... Well, probably just fluff, really. I mean, you get some backstory and everything, and that's cool, but 90% of players are probably going to go racing right along and not talk to them. I probably don't need to make too cool stuff for one map. Those characters almost never see any use again afterwards. That looks pretty good. Like that should be good. I guess I do one more broken bit. One more broken bit up here. I guess I can do a little more broken bit. Alright, so we do this, get it nice and crisp and wonderful. Very broken, very good. Do I like everything else going on here? Kinda, except for that. I don't really like that too much. Knock that down. That's the wrong one. I might just have plants going across the whole way. What's an idea? I hate that. Let's get rid of that rock there. Get this out of the way, and then we just keep adding more growth. That a little bit. Stick it in there. I get the impression that there's enough of a solid path to walk on. Insanely solid, but good enough, I suppose. I kind of want it to... Yeah, maybe like that, I guess. I'm not a big fan of either at the moment. Let's have like one more that can kind of walk across to really make it seem marginally safe. Almost too many, probably. It needs to look stable enough I can move on it. I don't know if I like that one much, though. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Kind of want more water to be shown. Maybe sure with this one, it's kind of hanging out, doing its thing. I don't like it very much. Those rocks kind of just there so that tree looks okay, I guess. I'll put the tree behind this rock, right? Yeah. Ditch the one extra rock that probably doesn't need to be there. Kind of shove this to the background to give it a little more look to its height here. Greater height, I should say. The other thing we forgot to do, I'm probably ready to call this map at this point, is to make all the shadows on objects. And now everything looks much nicer. I think that's everything I want to do on this map. Let's see. Do a save because 152 changes I don't want to do again. It takes so much longer to save on these. Not that great, but this is the price we pay for streaming and leaving a bunch of other stuff open just to test. This is, after all, just still a test run. Hopefully with better sound this time, because last time, let's just say the fans were quite strong, and keyboard made lots of noise. Anytime I touched the desk, the chair made too much noise. Gosh, it was like buying a house that was from the 40s or something, and then just nothing works. Everything's just made out of the cheapest possible garbage. It's just old, creaky. And well, so far this looks like it's a much better, or at least, well, I mean, better than awful isn't exactly impressive. Actually, there's one more thing I might conceivably do. I don't know. This is an idea. I can put this in here. Kind of gives it more of a cliff feel. It's not too bad. We get a clip mask, because clip mask is just the bizarro weird stuff that, well, because it says a blue thing. I don't like that. Kind of do that, and then we do a quick paint. Do all these textures. We bring up the other texture, right? The red concrete, I believe. Yeah. There we go. Lens Incarnate's a little weird, but don't worry about it. It's fine. Gonna do that. Another one and put it right here. Forward. Put it behind this mushroom here, so it looks much nicer in general, I would say. Almost wonder if I even need this giant thing here, if I can move it back some. First of all, there's apparently two of them. I don't think I need this one. I can't even see where the other one is. The rock in the way. I kind of don't want this here. We do that, I guess. Now that it kind of sticks out more, it's a little neater. It actually makes kind of a neat little trick there too. Nice. Do this because it's gonna look a little sweeter. Not sure I want the clip mask on though. Does that make a big difference? Not really. I kind of like that effect, huh? Wow. I think that's 90% of what I want to do with it though. I remember this for other maps though, because it's kind of neat overall. Just shrink a little bit, put it back over here maybe. Flip mask. That's not too bad back there. Okay, that's a little nicer. I can also make a second type of tea crystal, or at least one that's a different color slightly. Do I want to do that? Not a bad idea. We'll experiment a little with that. Festive color here. Now this one is at 20. Make this one 9 as well. 29 cents. Let's see, just kind of mix it up a little bit. I kind of like that. Selectively make some 29. We'll also dupe one so it appears on the list. Anytime you dupe one of these, then becomes a selectable setting. If I want to do a few more, I can. No, you can't. Point. How many more do I even want? I think it's a question. There's a lot of them on this map already. That really quick. Let's raise it up a little bit. Kind of. The tree have a couple crystals up here. Problem with that is it looks weird with this other tree back here. Very difficult to select tree. We've randomed enough of them into there. Maybe just the occasional one that's just turning much darker. Nice, nice, nice. I shrink some of those in the background here to give a slightly better illusion of depth. Because right now it's good, but you know, it could be a little better, I think. Make this one a 29. See where we're at it. It's pretty good. I don't think I want anything else different. Alright, so let us export this image. That's nice. Save it, sure. Let's click that there. We'll open this in Krita, which of course will open on the other monitor because I had it defaulted over there. Dump it right on over here. My monitor is much bigger than the record area, so we'll have to and not to get it off the screen. Oh, I forgot to do something. I forgot to add shadows to the other ones too that I just added. Oops, gotta do that real quick. I don't want to have to edit this any more than I already have. So I'm probably going to. Because that's just what happens. It really is. All too often. Like, oh, I'll just edit it again. It'll be fine. Nice. That's exactly what I want. Got it. Nice. Alright. Export his image. Save, it doesn't matter because I'm watching this time. Alright. Let's close this one. Care about it. Now we're going to select all the blue. I have this set to be not very sensitive, so I don't have it get random other bits on the map. Well, like it's less of them, I should say. I have a solution when it does get bits, but I would prefer not to have to turn to it. I usually have to, but I don't want to. See what it is in a second, because I'm almost certain that there will be some sort of little bit somewhere that I will have to go back and fix. It's so weird that it's just like we have both sides of the color. We have the darker version and the not as dark version. The one in between, oh no, that one's just not part of the gradient of colors we just selected here. Kinda strange. Strange indeed. Actually, that came out pretty good. And that area I do want selected anyway. Oh, there's an area I didn't want selected. Too bad though. Go through and we use this magical patching tool. Where else? I think I'll just patch that out. I don't that way, in all honesty. Huh. Today's YouTube selection is much better than yesterday's. Yesterday had like country music song saying they were happy they didn't get COVID. So, you know, it was literally the song title. It was just, I was like, what? Why? This time though, I just picked the ambient. Not interested in what stuff going on. Do a stroke on that, though I think I want to do a center so it's not as apparent that I stroked it. And let them know you stroked it. Nice. Alright, so we save it as a PNG. I have so many backups. The apocalypse can come and I'm still good to go. Alright, so we have that one. Oh, but there's one more change I need to make, because these are the wrong size. Do that really quick. I made that mistake last night, and oh gosh, it was horrible. Okay. We're going to do this edit right here. It only needs to be right in front of this waterfall, but I think I'm going to do a much larger section. Let's do this. Actually. I don't think it needs to be that high in all honesty, but whatever. It's mostly going to need to be... Actually, I'm just going to do this whole area here. Under there. This is purely because I already positioned it. So if I can just be lazy, I'd rather be lazy. Creature will, of course, only cut it to the bottom naturally anyway, so you don't really care about going off the screen like that. Save our bottom overlay, and then we open up QMap editor. Because I'm not using this on MV, and so I'm using it on MZ or MZ, but I'm not going to call it MZ because no one I know actually pronounces a Z like that. Call it a California thing, I don't know, or just an American thing. So anyway, nobody uses this for MZ, and there's a reason for it. It's not really made for it. I've bombed together a passable hack job, but yeah, you know, I can't really recommend using it. I guess if you really wanted to, you could, but ugh. Just don't do that to yourself. This is on -1. My player is usually on 2. The background is on -4 in this case. I need to cut this part out so the player can go behind it. So this section here is going to need to be like -6 or something. So let's do a quick cut of that. All right. This is going to be some artistic trickery. We just chop this so the player can walk behind it. Parallaxing. It's all about poking holes in your map until you get the job done. Let no one tell you different. Pretty exciting though overall. I probably don't need to go quite this high, but whatever. I guess it lets the player literally just walk behind everything, so that's kind of neat. All right. Another save here, this time. Actually, this could just be like delay. Well, I guess T cat. There you go. I'm just gonna call it Scavenger for the entrance. I keep the file name shorter. You never know if that will matter at some point. Might as well make certain that it just doesn't come up. We're gonna save this too, because I need that hole to be there now. And then we also need to do this part here. One more overlay for this. So the intro area here, they can walk in and out of. I guess I'll go behind these trees. I don't know how much I care, but really only care for purposes of this one right here. But in most cases, it's better just to do it all at once rather than come back later and have to figure out or make additional overlays or anything terrible like that. Actually, I'm going to make this larger than I think I need, because you never know, I might want the player to go behind something here, so let's do that. This one I'm not going to cut out, I'm just going to copy it and make a new thing. And then we're going to call this the entrance overlay. Also, one other thing I'd like to do while I'm sitting here, that is to take this brush here, click off this really fast, make the opacity somewhat lower, size, well, a bit larger, and then go over this so it's darker. So it looks like they're in a cave. Nice. Then I'll do this a little back farther here, so that farther back in the cave is a bit darker. Nice. I'll do that. And then also going to do a bit of that here, even though it's no longer part of that map. That's okay though. And we'll do additional layer in the back so that it's a little bit darker. Dark farther back. It will not need to look too perfect because I plan to just have lighting anyway. Alright, so now you're once again going to open QMap editor. I'll just click back, see if it refreshes. It doesn't really refresh, but that's okay. Let's make a new object. This one's going to be cavern overlay. And this one is going to be at, I'll put it on -4. Let's make this -6, I guess. That's reasonable. Then I can have the player be on -5. It'll be on, yeah, it'll work out perfect. So we bring this one up, and it is somewhere. But where? It's unusual. I must show up behind things, so I'm gonna have to position it first. Okay. I didn't know it did that. I know now. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And now this could be -6. It'll be fine. Especially because it doesn't refresh the map, so until I reload this entirely, so I expect it to have problems. Entrance overlay. Now this one, because it's player's always going to be behind it, might as well just be 10. It's going to make it just stupidly high. It'll never matter, because the player never goes above. I usually don't do higher than 4 in all honesty. Just don't see much point. At least I don't do more than 4 on this map. On the battlefields I do up to -100. That looks pretty good. 10 there. 6, -1, 4. Nice. Save that. Let us open RPG Maker. Which I did not have open, but I do now. Yay. Alright. Let us negative this out. So we have our map looking all good like this. This -6. And then we're going to use this event here. The player can walk behind something. I'm checking for 7, 8, or 9 on this one, so I'm just gonna cheese ball it a bit here. Change one little thing. Checking the game player last direction, something I have introduced, so the player will also know which way the player was last facing. But based on 8 directions and not 4. And we said this was going to go to -5, I believe, right? I said, yeah, because this is at 4 and 6, I guess. So -5. And it puts it back at -3 there, and then I have one here to put him back at -3 to 2. I moved these gears around a little bit because I positioned them before I did these last edits. Probably like that. Like this. I think I have a few extras, because why not? Oh, I forgot. This is every one of these things has a different way to move stuff around, and I always forget which one I'm in at any given time. It's kind of awkward, but it just happens. Don't worry about it. I think this one's a -7, so that'll be like way behind everything. Perfect. Okay, I think that's everything I need here. I might put in one of these little T's over here. These are my T events. Just so it looks good. And this is the gateway I'm not going to use. What's this? Another T, but I don't need that. Another T. Cool. All right. Also, one change I'm going to make, because I am really tired of hunting down the portal right there. We're going to put the portal. I'll probably just put it in the house, honestly. 1611. The portal is which one? I don't remember. $44. So 244 is normally at 32, which is right around that, since that's the port we're looking for. 1612. I like that. Let's go to 1612. My own personal event spawner. Designed with memory management in mind. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. So we'll of course boot to the wrong one. That is fine. Test. Ooh, look, I make doors. Look, they go away. So cool. Yeah, okay, my title screen sucks. I'll make it better later. It's kind of... I don't even care about it at the moment. I'm sure we're going to make something much neater as time goes by. Let's go ahead and go in here. Look, and I have a portal to the Tea Falls. It is temporary portals for dev purposes. I also need to position myself in the right area here. Look at how cool that is. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I kind of want to cut a hole in this and have something behind it, but I don't know what yet. Maybe. That looks way cooler. Oh, I still got to parallax these crystals here. Oops. My bad. Look, and now I can run in. And I can run back out. And then I can run up and then around behind in front of the waterfall. Cool. I might make this like the little stepping way up there, or I could just have her jump. I don't know. We can go behind here. Neat. Neat, neat. And this, of course, we can go behind that. I'm not going to make that a go behind. I'm going to walk on. I just need to do this right here, and then I make the hitbox for it. I'm a little depressed with this spot, too. I don't like it, so I'm going to fix that, too. But overall, pretty much like how these are going. Like, it's weird. Huh. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I suppose I could do different size gears. We'll see on that. I don't super know if I care on that. I could also make more complicated machinery behind it, which might even happen. But for now, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and add it to here. I know to do that. See my whole setup, which is an off camera. This on the other side too. Nice. Nice, nice. Anyway. Now, actually, I just back that, I guess. Usually I have it on the side screen, but I realized that with this, I don't get to do that. Also, I guess I'll close this because I don't think there's anything else I want to do on this map other than potentially fix this one spot and then make a machine that's potentially better behind here and fix this one crystal. And then it's just hitboxing. I need to make this trigger a little better too. I could actually have like a different path that goes through here too even. I could be really complicated for no reason. Or even have a secret that goes under there, but you know. I don't really want to do that. Okay. So, the new plan. It has to be part of this one here, because you're never going to be in front of the crystal, so it needs to be part of the entrance overlay. I don't want to make that, because it'll be a really big file if I do that. Yeah. I don't quite want to be that guy. I usually have an extra overlay when I'm testing too, because I have one on the editor too, so it's actually loading the image one additional time. I usually remove that for legitimate playtesting, but for just laying stuff out, I just leave it. So it's basically loading a really massive 2016 by 2016 image. Nice. I don't know how much I even want to do here on this particular one here. This is probably acceptable. I don't think I need to go any higher. Well, I could have him walk behind these trees, I guess. You know, I don't know about that. That seems... At some point, the effort to do that for the fact that it's not really going to be anything anyone really cares to do just seems pretty unworth. Alright, so let's do these. Another one here. make certain this has been saved before I do that, because otherwise this will overwrite it and I'll have to redo any events. If I haven't saved. If I've saved, it won't matter. That's on 10. QMap is amazing. You just get to drag things wherever you want. It's a lot like doodads, except for you get to use it for parallaxing too. And you can even do just straight out doodads things if you want, like with people on there and stuff. But I'm not actually doing that with it, so I don't super care. Alright, I should be able to tap it, right? Sometimes it gets a little finicky, or my mouse is not sensitive enough to take your pick. Lock things in place. All I need for this. So now we have that. And I wanted to do a bit of fixing too on this. I hate this area. What we're gonna do is probably just chop it, in all honesty. This looks too solid shape. Just believe that I didn't cut very well. Nice. Probably cut this. I guess it doesn't really matter because of that. It doesn't matter because I already have an overlay and I need to cut the overlay too, and I don't super care. I could probably do a slightly better cut job here too if I felt like it. That's. Of course, the difference is kind of nominal. Spot look a little bit worse. Nice. Huh. Don't want to cut that spot, huh? Close enough. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Because it's probably farther in, and that's because it's been stroked, so I'm trying to cut the stroke and not the actual thing that I should be. I could turn the stroke off, though. That's true. I should probably do that. Get a better cut job going in here. Some cases. Only if it looks like it's kind of bluish. I don't super needs to look a little jagged and weird anyway. That's how nature is. This, however, offensively bad, and I'm gonna need to chop the open too. I don't even know if I did in a really particular crystals, but you'd only take a look at that and realize how hideous it is. Yeah. That's not okay. That's why we stroke it, because you get all this jaggedness that just is defeated by a simple stroke. I like center on the strokes this way. It doesn't stick out as much. It kind of just covers all the stuff. So basically, it's a way to cheat and make things look better than it should. Which I always find to be a pretty good plan. Most people don't look very close, and even if they do, they probably won't even see it. Sure, a trained artist will, but again, nature is kind of random anyway, so jagged, weird stuff in nature, perfectly fine. Not so good if someone builds your house that way, but you know, most houses aren't even all that straight either. Big contracting work for a while, and I tell you, when you build the wall, you make it straight with the frame. Don't make it level. The frame's not level, you don't. You only care which way the frame's going. It's pretty funny. Doors are the same way. Wall isn't straight. You really don't make the door very straight either. You get line up with the wall. People don't go, oh, blah, 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 it's not straight. Well, that people, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, the door's not straight. Well, it's level with the real world, but it doesn't match the wall. And it doesn't, because the wall is not straight. There we go. Turn the stroke back on. It covers up all the crap, or enough of it that I don't really care. Now I need to check that one overlay to see if it had the problem too. The bottom overlay is... you know, maybe I just recut the bottom overlay. I could recut the bottom overlay, but I'm just... Yeah, I am going to recut this. The reasoning for it is that I like the stroke to stay, so we're going to merge it, flatten it, where the stroke stays, and then we're going to do a quick chop to get that so it looks a little better. I don't really need every... Well, I did this last time because of the fact that it was already set up for that size, so let's just do it again. I don't think it'll matter, but technically I could make this smaller. Alright, do this. Maybe at some point I'll go through and re-optimize the game later. I don't even know. We'll be in the business call a lot of work. In order to be certain, you have to reopen this because it doesn't refresh images in it. Nope. Not. It does not. Huh. Look a little less like you don't fit so hot. That looks good there. Sorry, weird for a second. Lock that in place. Let's do this part first. Lock it. That. We're gonna call this crystal overlay part. Okay, there's that. Now we get to do hitboxing, which is really bizarre and weird. Never ever seen this. We're about to see quite the treat. So I'm gonna make probably a nice white background, I guess. It does, black's also fine. Then we're gonna make this a collision map. Let's call it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. And then get out the magic eraser. Yeah, smooth opacity on the real thing there. Yes. Probably this one here. And then we just start no, on the way here. We just start erasing things. And by erasing, I mean we actually erase things. We don't paint it black. Nice. Everywhere you want the player to be able to walk, move the color. In this case, I probably should have selected white because this is black in the image. And we're going to remedy that real quick here. Plunk. Nice. Are we going to remedy it that way? Just realized an error I made. We're going to merge these first. Because I need color to be in any area I don't want the player to be, and I need any area where I do want the player to be devoid of all color. Not white, It has to be devoid of color, because white is still a color. And the plugin involved will make it impassable. So here's the plan. We do this, just like that. I usually go a little higher than normal because of where hitbox is. We do this, like so. Allow you to walk kind of this whole area. I might need to make this a little wider than normal. This. Sure, we should walk behind the trees right there. That'll be nice. Just kind of erase a nice little path here. Do good times. I'm gonna let the player walk all the way on the little flower thing there. Why not? I am a benevolent game dev. You can't always make them suffer. Probably. Maybe. You know, you might be able to make them suffer the whole time. Right. This. Nice. This is how we do collision the cool kid way. I like to have a lot less jagged areas because it turns out that it just kind of plays weird. The player will hit them and they'll kind of stop in bizarre ways. So I try to round things off a bit. Like so. Like so. Like so. Do I want the player to walk on this? Not really. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Well, it's all the way back into here. Allowing the player to go back here, because I did want him to go behind there. And I guess we'll go all the way up into here a little bit, because I want the player to go back to here, I guess, to hit it. Or at least far enough that it won't... Yeah, I can just transfer it. It'll be fine. And we're going to kind of round that out, because then people stick to it. It will look really bad. Or at least play really bad. For not to have that problem. Don't ever worry about over erasing, because you can always just draw black back in the previous location and it will work just fine. Nice. There's our collision. God, that was hard. You know how I do these things sometimes. Clearly my struggle is so real. You've been saved. Okay, and then I'm really lazy, so I will grab the command and then I will add it to the map. A little secret, you don't get to call it that. You have to call it something else. Let's see here. Bring up here. I like to copy and paste names because I'm lazy like that. Okay. And now we do a test. Pretty easy. It's over here. All right. So go to the map here, run to the building. The Tea Falls. Oh yeah, I forgot to position that. Well, let me fix that real fast. I would like the player to start at 424. Nope. My dev portals to get places. Yeah, yeah. 424. That's pretty. That'll be nice. Sure. Let's try this again, only this time with feeling. One day I will have a dev studio name. Probably not too worth it until I actually have a reasonable portion of the game finished to even merit such a thing. Probably. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. Huh. All right. Still have my audio on. All right, let's check. See, it's pretty good. it's a little off right here. Like I probably made, but I probably need to just make this a little skin. Kind of push along there, push along here. Yeah, see how good that is? Looking for weird spots in the center. Not the best, so I need to draw a little black right on that spot. So we go back through and just kind of add back a little color. Usually just black. I like that, in all honesty. Like right about where this happens here. Kind of like right at the indentation here. Actually, I really didn't. That's like right there. It's way up there. Okay. That. Probably a little higher in there. She kind of got a fat hitbox, so I don't really want her to get stuck on things. I'm not saying my character has a weight problem. She has a hip problem. Mini bites when no one's looking. Why she's such a heavy character model. Takes a whole lot of resources. That and she's 30 frames a second. So she takes a whole lot of resources. Actually, that's not bad. I might even just. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one. I like where that. Right back. This one's off a bit. This is one of the problems with using this. It just doesn't. It's got some issues. There's no easy way to fix them. I need to go through and do some programming. Do it and just like. There's about 12,000 lines of code to go through. It's 4 different plugins. It's low on the list. Really, really low. Keep hoping, what's it? Lunatek will fix it for me. Yeah, this is egregious. This is why I have to make her have a little higher because she's got a kind of a taller hitbox. Mostly just at her feet, but it's enough that it causes a problem a lot of times. So we have to raise things higher than you'd think, and she doesn't go very low though. I've got to go through and fix this. This seems like it's just not. Should be a little higher. Draw a nice smiley face. Cool, cool. Don't draw a smiley face. Any black will act as a barrier. We highly recommend against black. Converts any reads all colors as black and then just makes them impassable. A neat play. That would be bad. Pretty satisfied with that right there. Pretty satisfied with this. Relatively satisfied with that. Not dissatisfied with that. Right here is a little egregious. Yeah, she'd kind of walk on nothing right there. Can't say I'm too happy with that plan. Peek there. I've done a lot of these, so I'm kind of a lot more accurate at than you'd think. Huh. She can't walk past those, but she can walk up to here. Nice. I need to put this container a little farther in or something. Yeah, because how it is now. Actually, I should make it bigger. Make it hit all the way out to 3 blocks so it's better. Oh wait, if I do that, well, if she's facing that way, I'm still probably going to move it up one. I should have all hitboxing correct. These are all in the right location. That looks good there. I don't want to build down a tiny fraction here, so I suppose I'll fix that. This is what we're going to not do black. I've done that before. Just put everything black thinking I was erasing it and discovering that I actually just blocked everything. Literally everything. I was sad. Like 15 minutes of work. Cool. So I just need to check back in and make certain it's all pretty good, but overall, I've hit everywhere that I had a problem with. I guess right here is a little awkward by the crystals. Let's do this. A little higher. I don't want it to be too high though. Might have already done that though. Like this is right there. We can always test it. What's the worst that happens? Well, like, all right. So now we save this. Our updated collision. Exit. Go back in. That should fix the collision. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Also, I've been moving back and forth my chair a lot while doing this. So I wonder how the sound is. Find out. Well, I guess I can actually move this to the right screen. I have two monitors, so, you know. I'm used to having everything happen on, a lot of extra stuff happen on the other screen. I need to fix the hitbox in this map. Apparently you can walk through the door in that area. Whatever. I need to fix this particle too, so it doesn't have that weird gout and stop with the waterfall there. That's pretty good. He has to be able to walk through the area, so at some point there's a certain level of okay and not okay. These could be a little better, probably. Like insanely better, but a little better. Also, that spot could be a lot better too. Mute button. Overall, not too bad. A little sticky right there. Push in that direction, but then I kind of bump it. That's why I don't like these little ridges there. You'll be moving along all nice and neat, and it'll bump and stuck. And the layer is sticking out, but it's enough to cause a problem. There's nice relaxing music on here. Oh. Oh, there is. She can bump there. Not too bad. And there you go. That should be how it is. I guess I'll do a quick save and one last test, but looking like the Omnia Tea Falls are kind of about where I want them to be. Not perfect. No map is ever perfect. the YouTube music stops. Maybe I run through their whole list. I don't know. That's okay. I always get a little tired of it. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I think the hitboxing is pretty solid. Be slightly better, I guess, but all in all. Bump everything a bit. Try my 30 frames of second character animation. I tried 60, but the problem is it's ARM needs a 1 frame to update, 1 frame to remove. So I end up with a lot of duplicate frames. It looked really bad. My advice: don't ask more than 30 frames per of animation per second in ARM. I need to make the size of this box a little better. Other than that, though, guess I'll make it a 3. That should just about cover it anyway. Well, here it is. My Omnia Tea Falls. Exciting. I'm going to call this second stream, which is probably just a test stream, never be seen by anyone. But if it is, thanks for watching it. And check back more because I plan on making a lot more maps. A lot more indeed. In fact, I kind of have to. A lot more. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch everyone later.